When we first met Christina, she was super energetic, and she brought something that we really, because that was our first time buying a house, so we didn't know exactly what to expect, but Christina had the energy, the drive. I was nervous at first when we first met Christina, just because I didn't know what to expect. I gotta say, she really made us excited about the home buying process because we knew it was a big step. So we definitely were excited, and it made us not so afraid.
I met Christina, I was very anxious, and when I'm anxious, I ask 1,000,001 questions, and she was very patient and took the time to actually make sure that we understood everything. And even though if I'd asked the same question 5 times, she would give me the same answer in the most saintly voice of patience. So she was very sweet about it. I don't think there was ever really another choice other than Christina. Like, everybody else was outshone by her attitude and positivity, her excitement. She was just excited that we were buying our first home herself as like we were. So it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, we really didn't have any other option when it came to it, because Christina was so excited, so energetic, and was just as excited about meeting with us as we were with her. And it wasn't just another transaction. It wasn't just a job to her. She wanted to help us find our home and see us happy as well. With Christina, she was very helpful with our buying our first house. It was a big transition for us because we had always rented in our life. So being able to be walked through the process of the home buying was definitely smoother than I thought it would be. She was able to actually bring us houses besides the ones that we sent her that we liked. She was a go-getter and was able to bring us houses that we hadn't seen in areas that we weren't specifically looking at, but were close to where we were originally. So at least she was helping us branch out where we didn't think we were able to originally. If we asked Christina a question, she was able to give us a great answer where we felt comfortable at the end of the day. And now she's actually helping us move from the house we just bought to, we're looking to relocate to Georgia, and she was able to help us get in touch with a realtor that fit not only our style, but our energy and what we were looking for.
And she's always there, especially if there is something that's concerning to us. The first realtor that we had for the Georgia relocation wasn't a good fit for us. And my first phone call immediately was to Christina of, this isn't working. And she found us somebody that is almost her twin in energy levels of enthusiasm. I think the only challenge we had was the realtor that it didn't mesh. Christina's at such a high bar of what a realtor should be that when we had this other realtor, he met none of those requirements. He wasn't asking us what we wanted in a house. He wasn't asking us how we felt or what our necessities were. So that was a challenge for us. We couldn't work with somebody that didn't have the same dream as we did. We have a son that has autism, and she was very mindful of how she treated him, was thoughtful enough to be inclusive with him, to take his consideration when he would say, well, he didn't like this about a house, or it was too loud. She would go and come back and be, okay, well, for Charlie's necessities, maybe let's try in this neighborhood, or, hey, this has a great feature where, you'd be able to build or do something with him.
Obviously, with each of the houses that we saw, there were different lock boxes, and one of the days that we were out with Christina seeing homes, our son actually became overwhelmed, and she had the idea of giving him the part of the lockbox to play with. And from there, she actually was generous enough she bought him a fidget cube to allow him to play with it, because she understood his condition and knew exactly what he needed, and she went above and beyond what any other realtor probably ever would. And it was so beneficial, not just for us, but for him. And it showed him kindness of, even when you're on a job, you don't have to just be this strict formal person. And it's been such a lifesaver since.
And I have not seen him without that fidget cube for the last 3 years. He is constantly playing with it. His friend Christina gave him the fidget cube. And even now when he gets stressed out or anxious, he pulls it out and he's just in there clicking or moving. It's that fidget cube, and then she also gave him a coloring storybook about moving in that explained the whole process, and it calmed him down immediately. And it was able to communicate on his level, okay, this is what to expect in a move. And this is what, it was a little dino family.
Mm-hmm.
Lana is one of our service dogs, but she's more therapeutic, and she bonded really well with Christina. She saw her from across the street. She knows she can't cross, so she waited till Christina was at the house and zoomed off to her. It was like this was her long lost friend. She hadn't seen her in forever, and it was just a bonding moment between them. It was so cute. 100% we would use Christina again, and I've recommended her to several friends that are either looking to relocate or to buy houses in the area. They send us these cute little magnets that I rotate off my fridge, and anytime anybody talks about moving, I get that magnet. I'm like, hey, here's your realtor. You don't know it yet, but she's your friend. Well, I would say family, because Christina really makes herself part of your family. She doesn't hold back, and she's honest, but she's also very kind. It's everything you would want, and it's somebody you could depend on.
I would say ideal. I mean, she's been so dependable on questions, whether it was before the house buying process, afterwards, and just the perfect realtor is exactly what Christina is.